After Talks, and I'm always so excited to be doing the show. And I really have a beautiful, talented, amazing woman next to me today. And this is Maria Brenda Acopiado. Did I say that correctly?
Acopiado.
Acopiado. Thank you. Acopiado. It's a lovely name.
Yeah,
And
thank
Maria, thank you for being here.
you.
And what I want to do first, if you don't mind, is give you a little introduction.
Yes.
Now, Maria is today's guest, and she is the talented and accomplished CEO and founder of Zatori Films. And Maria has many projects in various stages of development, and that can be found at satorifilms.net. And to name a few of her award-winning shorts, Unleash Your Inner Goddess, I love that one, Raven's Last Prophecy, The Vlogger's Nightmare, Lunatic, Blank Wall, Daniel's Reindeer, and Maya, The Sacrifice, which is a true passion project. And Maria has won over 180 awards and accolades in the film festival circuit.
Correct.
Now, Maria, that first of all, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me, Margaret.
Oh, I am so impressed with your website and what you're doing and the projects you create. Now, tell us your passion project. I think we really want to talk about right now. So can you tell us more about Maya?
Yeah, so hi everyone. Thank you for having me and listening to us today. So no, actually Maya is inspired by my stories. So my daughter went through mental health challenges, and as a personal caregiver, full-time personal caregiver, and as a single mother, it was hard enough to handle it, especially like I have no idea about this kind of things because in our culture, in the Filipino culture, by the way, I'm from the Philippines, but in the Filipino culture, we never really talk about it. It's like I think a lot of Asian countries does that. Like they just sweep it under the rug and not discuss it. So I feel like I have to open up for the sake of my daughter, and I'm trying to help her out as much as I can. And but there's not a lot of help out there for caregivers to deal with this.
Oh my goodness. Well, can you tell us a bit more? This is based on a true story then, from what you're
So
saying. So,
it's inspired by my story, but I made it into a fantasy and horror movie because
yeah.
it's kind of like a metaphor of someone going through that whole experience. And thank God that she's getting much better. I mean, it's still a lot of work to do, to get her to the state where I don't have to worry so much. I mean, I obviously as a parent, we always worry about our kids, doesn't matter how old they are. And yeah, so that's where it is. And I use the mythical creatures from the Philippines. That's where I came from, to pay homage to my culture and my tradition. So there's a lot of Filipino, concept into that whole project, because part of that project will be filmed in the Philippines and part of it filmed in Chicago.
So what is the basic premise of the movie for that you'll be talking about?
So this is about the mother and daughter's bloodline. They're fighting against their bloodline. So the mother is actually, which is Maya, she is actually trying to save her daughter from imminent danger. That her bloodline, that she has no clue that they are part of that bloodline. That her mother that died, when she was born, that she was an Aswang bloodline for the mythical creature that we discuss about. And so when she went back to the Philippines and her father died, which is her father wanted to be buried right next to her mother, and that's where
Yeah.
everything turns in.
It sounds amazing. Like it sounds like an action horror thriller.
Yeah, it is.
It has a lot going on. Let's take a minute right now. I'd like to show everyone the trailer. Let's
Okay.
show the trailer for Maya.
I am scared, mortal, and my spirit is restless. Where am I? If it's a nightmare will come to pass. How to be freed in this crazy magic that I am chained. Is this real, or am I forever trapped within the deep recesses of my mind? Is this a dream?
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. That is scary. There's a lot going on in that trailer that you could tell this is a big. Now, this idea cultivate to do this project.
So that was in 20, towards the end of 2018. So what happened was my daughter was in the hospital many times. And so back and forth in the hospital is frustrating to me because like I said, I'm the only one that handles all this responsibility that was, in task with me. And it was just hard enough to even watching your child suffer and not having any sleep, and you still have to do as a parent to provide for them, because I also work full time at that time. So I feel like that was my escape, and I started writing. I always love to write. It's just that for some reason I got an inspiration all of a sudden, just came to me in one time. So I just kind of started writing, like I said, when she was in the hospital, and it became over 200 pages of
Wow.
screenplay. But obviously I have to taper it down and tighten the script to make it into a great
Yeah,
story.
because this is the feature film that you're doing.
Yeah, this is the feature film.
Yeah.
So back in 2019, so I finished that early 2019. It's like around January. So I started to connect with filmmakers from the Philippines. And so in May of 2019, I actually went to the Philippines to meet them. And a few of them stood out, and it became like a partnership in the making, collaboration in the making. And so we raised funds. I went back to Chicago. We raised funds, and then I went back in August to do the teaser, which is a almost 7 minutes short teaser.
Okay. You
Yes. So,
have a short, yeah.
yes. And then, so what happened? The whole pandemic happened. So I just kind of decided to put it in the film festivals, and it's just been buzzing in the film festival. It made a lot of loud noises in the film festival, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And so I'm grateful for that. So like I said, the pandemic is not a waste of my time, because I felt like I started to learn my ability. I started to get better at my ability of creating more projects, because then after that, we did more short films. I believe we created 7 more short films. So we have 8 short films in our books at the moment.
So all the work on your site, this is something that started since 2018 and it's just kept growing.
Yes, correct.
Wow. Well, I would encourage everyone to go on your site and check out your projects because again, it's just you also have a series. What is that about? You have a
So
series you're telling?
I have 4 TV network series that we are trying to push out there and get some green light.
Wow.
Doing some more projects here in Chicago. I know more of Chicago because I know a lot of talent here. I started off acting here a long time ago before I became a filmmaker. And so I decided to open my independent film production, and most of my team are minority female. So
Good.
us, which is great. We kind of we started from the bottom. Obviously we have to work our way up, and it started to flourish, and we started seeing some results, and which is I'm so proud of my team, and I shout out to them. They're just beautiful and amazing. They stood by me, and still here until to this day.
Well, now, what stage are you in with the movie? What is the development process right now?
So for the Maya, so we actually dropped the sacrifice part of it. So we just focus on Maya.
Okay,
Are in a pre-production at the moment.
okay.
So we want to make this, we want to bring this to life and finish it next year, early next year. That's our tentative schedule at the moment. We're hiring a known actress for Maya to play that character.
Oh, that's
And
wonderful. That's wonderful. And where do you get, how many people will be in the cast? How
there's
many?
going to be a lot of actors in the Chicago, and mostly we're going to hire mostly Chicago actors just because of our tax credit here is phenomenal. And Philippines, so we can stretch out more of our budget. So the Philippines one that's already been taken care of, we're going to have some very known familiar faces, talent from there, just because of my collaboration with this amazing filmmaker, Paulo Bertola. He's phenomenal. His team is genius. They're very good at visual effects, and I can't ask for more. I love them dearly. They've been doing all my project, my short films. He believed in my vision. So
Oh, that's wonderful that you have a team together for all your projects. That's so important, can fall into
but it
place.
takes a while though, Margaret. It's
Yeah,
not just it happened over time. You have to prove to yourself that you can make this work, and then the right people will come into your life.
yeah,
You just have to be honest and truthful to what you're creating, because
yes.
otherwise it's going to be all discombobulated, and people can see that, you know.
So what would you say is with that, we do know that takes a long time to get together. So what other project that's up and back of that are you most attached to and want to get out? Which one?
So I have the two TV series that we're working on with my manager right now from LA. So we're hoping we're gonna get some green light on those. But Maya is technically my baby because it's inspired by my stories. So the whole project that I created, because I also write, I wrote all those pieces, those projects, and I love writing in a genre of sci-fi, fantasy, folklore, like something horror and thriller. Those are my favorite things to write. And all the projects that you've seen in our website is actually written by me. So those are all from
I
me.
noticed that. That's why I like the way it's lined up. That's why. And sometimes are you open to other people who want to help you produce
Yes.
projects and everything? Well,
Yeah.
again, it's satorifilms.net, and that will be up in front of here. So if anybody wants to see what you're doing or has an interest in your projects, and while I'm at it, Maria, what is the way that you prefer to be contacted?
So they can actually email us. Also, it's on that website. You can just click on our website, or you can email or call us, or even message us through our website. We always get those messages from there.
And are you on social media? What social media platforms are you on?
So we are, and I am in Instagram, which is Zatori Films, and then Facebook. We also have the Zatori Films, but I also have my personal one, and then we have the LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a big one we have.
Yeah. LinkedIn is a very effective website for business, and making movies is a business, so it's a good one to be on.
That's
Well,
the plan, Margaret, and
yeah.
also IMDb Pro. You can always contact me there. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's always a good way to find out what's up to date with everyone. I always say check our guests out on IMDb Pro because it's all happening there and there's so much information. Now, it's just really incredible. When you were younger, did you have any inclination towards writing when you were a young girl?
Yes, actually, I'm always like into extracurricular activities, acting, that kind of stuff at school. But I'm also in high school. I was one of the staff writer for our newspaper. That's in the Philippines. So that's probably where all my writing came from. I always loved to write, but sometimes, life takes over
I
and
know.
that kind of situation. But I feel like it's time for me to do this for my own sanity. And I feel like
I knew from 10. I
Yeah.
didn't really take it seriously and start working it till later, but I knew from 10 I should always be writing.
Yeah.
Now, before we go, Maria, what's very important and what I like to ask a guest is, there are many people that are watching you or watching what you're doing, or they see the show. And what would you suggest to younger people or even older people who are doing things, and they have a story, because we all have stories.
Yes.
What advice would you give them to start telling their story?
Yeah, so my advice is be authentic and don't copy anyone, just do you, because at the end of the day, that's gonna make you uplift yourself. Because if you're what the problem is in the society nowadays, all the social media is blaring everybody's mind and especially with the young generation, they have a very short attention span. Is that what you
Oh, yes.
so because of all the social media, go out there, nature, you get some inspiration, your life inspiration. Look, I'm doing this in my later age. Okay. So I should have pursued this when I was younger, but I made it's a backward thing that I'm doing. I did raise my kids. My kids are older now. They're in young adults. And I'm doing my passion just because it's time for me to do something that I love. And I don't existence, and I just love doing this. It's just a passion. I will do it for the rest of my life. And if you guys started to write, yeah, do it now. I mean, what's stopping you? I mean, there's always a place, that you can get, like a place that you can start writing, like a little when I start writing, I usually go on in nature. It's just a Pisces thing, I think. I don't know. Some creator, that's what they do. And
Yeah.
so mine is nature and water. I love staring at them and get some inspiration from there. And life experiences, that's what it was.
Yeah. Well, that's very good advice. Thank you for sharing that, because my platform, I do some specials on it sometimes too, is that it's never too late to start. I ran away from home at age 48 when I found out what I wanted to do, and really grew in California like a lovely flower. So it's never too late. And you gave your age away, but I thought you were much younger than you said older children. And I thought, oh, but you look wonderful, and it doesn't hurt to look wonderful. You're a true goddess in every sense of the word, and your creativity and your art and what you're doing. And I send you blessings for you and your daughter, and continued success and happiness. And when you get to the point where you're into shooting your film and everything, let's talk again.
Yes.
And touch base.
Brown and
Oh, thank you.
I just want to do a shout out to my team, my beautiful Zatorians family. Benjo, I love you, girl. Bart, you're awesome. Marnie, Bonnie, Carrie, Matthew, those are my favorite people in the world. My two kids, Mark and Michaela, they're just beautiful. And also I wanted to say happy 50th anniversary to the Woman in Films. I'm actually a member for that one.
I was a member for many years. Yes, congratulations to
They're
Women in
amazing.
Film.
And then I just became a member of a woman director. So shout out to that. Studio Chicago, Stanley, thank you for having us here at your beautiful studio. This is so beautiful. Armando, Samantha, like all the team here, they're just phenomenal to us. They're just like a big happy family.
That's amazing. And you will go far because you have all the right, and you said they're like family, and that's what you need. That gives you a step up, because you've got people you can trust, that you love, and you can depend on. And this is a good thing.
Yes.
So again, thank you, and you have a lovely day, and I'll talk to you soon.
Bye, Margaret. Have a good one.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Remember to subscribe. See you soon.
Subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.